Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trisha, aka Motleygrrl, spelled Motleygrrl. And the reason I'm so up close and personal with you today is that I've gotten a lot of requests to go over my beauty routine, my skincare routine. And I thought that I would talk a little bit about that today. I don't have anything on my skin right now. Nothing. And you can see I do have discoloration. I do have some freckles and all that fun stuff. I had to do my eyes because I didn't want to look like I was dead on camera. So let's get started. Back when I was a teenager, I really didn't take care of my skin at all. I never used sunblock. In fact, I used oil when I went out tanning. And the only type of facial cleansing that I did was in the shower. I think I used clear, like this white paste. And then I maybe used Noxzema, which was right along the same lines. I have to say that I'm just lucky. It's basically genetics with the fact that I don't really have a lot of wrinkles. I didn't really get a lot of pimples. And so I wasn't all that concerned about my skin when I was younger. And then in my 20s, I started to use Grandpa's black tar soap because I did start to develop some acne in this area here. And that helped to control that. I continue to just use that soap as my daily skincare routine. So now that I'm in my 30s, I decided that I better take this a little bit more seriously because I kind of want to look like this for a while. I don't want to all of a sudden age. This is how I am been taking care of my skin for the past year. That's right, I've only been really focusing on my face and on my skin and on my skincare for the past year. I started out with a bunch of different moisturizers and things like that, just random. I can't even tell you what I was using. And some of it seemed to work, some of it didn't. When I picked up Guerlain's Allure, that's when I really started to notice a difference in my face. Now this is a primer, but like I've said before, I use it as skincare. And I use it in the morning and I use it at night. And this bottle is almost empty, and I think I bought it in January, so it's lasting quite a while considering I use a lot when I do put it on. So I put it on here most of the time, around my eyes, and then I'll just kind of go over the rest of my face. So I do give myself a generous amount, and then I'll kind of put it on in here. Smells really good. Make sure I really get it in this section here because that's what I'm most worried about. Those areas do have some sunspots, as you can see from when I was younger. Make sure I get some on my forehead because I do have a very creased forehead. And so that's what I do in the morning, and that's what I do at night. Now, prior to my foundation kick, all I would put on my skin was the Becca backlighting filter. And that's a primer, but you can leave that on and just go out with that all day. So this is what I've been actually using probably for the past year. And I'm not really sure what's in it, but it's got to be some good stuff because this has really helped my skin out a lot. It's helped preserve it, I would like to say. This stuff is great. I love it. It brightens your skin. You can see it's kind of luminous, and I will put this on my whole face. Rub it in. I just use my hands for both of these products. I don't use the brush. I don't use a beauty blender or anything. I just use my hands. Make sure I get that all smoothed in. Now, I'll go out like this because I'm not really that self-conscious about the discoloring on the sides of my face. Recently, I've been getting into foundations to try to cover up these spots. So if this isn't good enough for most people, yes, we go ahead and put a foundation on over this. But another thing that I don't really hear people talk about, and maybe it's because it's an older product, is this Thomas Roth 24 Gold Pure Luxury Lift and Firm Prism Cream. This is an amazing product. It is on the pricey side, same with that Guerlain Lure Primer. But they both do amazing things for your skin. And I believe, you know, what they say they're gonna do is what they do. Optical diffusers have a prismatic effect that instantly scatter light, which helps diminish the appearance of skin imperfections to create a flawless lift from within glow. And it goes on. I'm not gonna read you guys the whole thing. But you only need a little tiny bit, and it's kind of like a highlighter. So I put it in this section right here, and I can actually feel it lifting and firming my face. And it's also a goldish highlighter. This is not the type of highlighter that you're gonna see from Mars, but it is a very nice, subtle, natural looking highlighter. And I love this stuff. You can instantly feel it just tightening up your skin. Put a little bit on my forehead as well. But I highly recommend this product. Highly recommend it. If you're not into wearing a lot of makeup, I would get this anyway and just put it on and put it on these areas just to give yourself some illumination on your skin. And also, like I said, it tightens up and firms this area or any area that you put it on. So I was using that actually with the Becca for about the past year. So those two things together I think have helped my skin. And then with the Guerlain, that's definitely helped keep my skin nice and firm and wrinkle free. I also have been using these two primers from Urban Decay. I really don't know what's in them, but I feel like they've been helping my skin as well. There's some moisturizers, especially in this one, and I do like the way it makes my skin look. Again, this self-adjusting one, instead of the Becca backlighting filter, I'll put this on and I can go out without foundation because it kind of makes all of your skin tone the same color. It kind of evens everything out. So that's basically what I use on my skin to care for it. Now, what do I do to take it all off? I usually just use, where are they? Micellar wipes. And I got this at Ulta. It's a really good deal. They were 3 for $10. There's 30 wipes in here. So I would just take off all of my makeup using these. Probably sometimes have to use 2 because I do wear a lot of eye makeup. And then sometimes I will use a different type. This one is revitalizing and toning. I just use these cloths to wipe my face off. I used to just use water, really. And Grandpa's black tar soap. So I've moved up in the world. I'm getting fancy. Now, after I have cleansed my face, even though my skin isn't dry, it always feels kind of dry after I wash it. So there are a couple moisturizers that I will live and die by. And one of them is the Tarte Drink of H2O. Now this type of moisturizer is more like a gel. And I absolutely love it. It kind of has like a little bluish green tint. Looks like I'm about halfway through this. But this is what I will put on at night after I wash my face. So I'll just put a little bit on now after over all of this stuff because it smells so good. I don't know. To me, it reminds me of a margarita. I don't know, like the salts and the lime. But a lot of people don't agree with me on that. So that's the moisturizer that I love. I love this stuff. And doesn't really say much on this container. It's just a hydrating boost. I feel like this really does hydrate my skin and moisturize it and keep it from drying out. There was some spillage. I'm gonna make sure I get this on my neck. Sucks. Now, the other moisturizer that I will use once in a while is by Benefit, and it's the Total Moisturizer Cream. Now, this is more of a really thick cream, and I'm not so much of a fan of the real thick creams, but if I feel like my face does feel extra dry from the day and from taking off my makeup, I will use this one. And I will say it works quite well. But what works even better by Benefit is this little pot here. called It's Potent for Your Eyes. This is what I use around my eyes. And it does sting a little bit, but that makes me feel like it's doing its job. I'd have to say I really don't have many wrinkles around my eyes, so it's gotta be helping in some way. Back to the cleansing. I forgot, I haven't tried this yet, but this is by Glamglow, and it's called Super Cleanse, and you can use this daily. It's a clearing cleanser, and I need to start using this. I bought it months ago, and I still haven't tried it yet, because, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I thought it looked interesting, and I figured on days where I really feel kind of grimy, I would use this product, because the rest of my products are by Glamglow. This is another moisturizer. This is the Volcasmic Matte Glow that I talked about in a previous video. This is a very firm moisturizer. I have to kind of dig my nail in there in order to get it out. Can you see that? It's real. It's not so much a cream like the Benefit is. It's kind of like a paste. I'll just put that on too. And it smells like a creamsicle. I like how it smells. Side note, I don't want to talk about space paste forever, but that stuff did come off 98% easily. 2% stayed on, and it's still on. And that was 2 days ago. So it has survived multiple showers, multiple face washings. The stuff is in my eyebrows. It's like stuck all in here. I don't know why I just thought of that. Probably because my face is shiny and I think I just saw a piece of glitter. But yeah, space paste, I might not use it again. Anywho, the only other type of skin products that I use are masks, and I use those mostly by Glamglow. I got this as a sample. This is the Glamglow Super Mud Clearing Treatment, and I loved it. So I went out and I bought the whole bottle. I believe this is $69, so it is on the pricey side. I've also had this for a few months and haven't used it yet because somehow I ended up with another sample, and this will give you about 3 to 4 treatments. I don't do it often, maybe once every other week. It's usually just when I remember, or if I have time. You know, if I think about it, if I'm in the bathroom and I see it, I'm like, ooh, let me do that mask. So the masks are not something that I do religiously. And then last but not least, this is another, they call it a Thirsty Mud Hydrating Treatment. When I feel like my face is really dry, instead of the moisturizers, I will use this Thirsty Mud Hydrating System by Glamglow. This stuff smells kind of, I think, coconutty. And it's kind of a weird texture. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a orange color, kind of. It smells like coconut. It smells like tropical, like suntan lotion. So that you put on your face, and it says you can either wipe it off in 20 minutes or you can just rub it in. So I usually just keep rubbing it in. That's really about it. If there's any takeaways from this video, I would definitely recommend this Guerlain Lure Primer. It is $74, but I believe it is completely worth it. I showed you guys, I use a generous amount, so it's not like I'm preserving it or anything like that. And the other thing I would use is the Tarte drink of H2O. Those are my 2 favorite products. I also want to thank my jeans, because I think my jeans have helped my skin a lot, because like I said, I didn't take care of my skin when I was younger. I was out in the sun, I was in smoky bars, and anything that could pollute my skin and make it look old, I was near it all the time. Fortunately, it didn't really have an effect on my skin. I do have a few sunspots, but those are easy to cover. So this is my face, you guys, without, well, now with about 17 layers of moisturizer, but without foundation or any powders or anything like that. This probably wasn't too helpful, but I don't know, maybe it was. Maybe you guys learned about some new products. Maybe you'll want to try some out. And if you do, go ahead and leave me a comment. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Share with your friends. And I will be back soon with either another review or hopefully a makeup tutorial. So you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.